Hello there.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can, but I've once again done the wrong thing. Hello. There we go. I think this is going to be better.
Okay, awesome. I can hear you good.
Yes. Okay. We're going to turn that down slightly. And is there Kit Twins, my submission to the GMTK Toolkit Jam, gamepad and keyboard support? Recommend using a gamepad. No problem. I've got one. Would you like to introduce yourself while I get your game going here?
Yeah, I'm Murphy. This is actually my first ever finished game. It's just a 2D platformer. It's pretty straightforward, uh, but I'm excited to have finished one finally.
Excellent, Murphy. Thank you so much for submitting your first game to the stream, and congratulations on finishing it. Is this also, I take it, the first jam you've participated in?
It is, yeah. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed playing everybody's game and the community and everything. It's really cool. I definitely plan on doing it again.
Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. And Shoutout Games, thank you for the follow. So I'll get started here. Are you cool if I start throwing some of those interview questions your way?
Sure.
Here, I'll paste them in chat and actually hit send this time so you can see what they're going to be ahead of time. So, how did you decide on what to make, what you're going to make for the jam?
I knew it kind of had to be a 2D platformer because that's all my skill set allowed. And I decided pretty early on, which a lot of people did, to have two different characters controlled by the same controller. And I'm not much of an artist, so I went with all free art assets, and that's what made me go with the cat because I found a cool cat on itch.
Yeah, the art is really charming. Robot Boy, hello kitten, how are you doing? I'm really excited to show you the new course that I built for you. Okay. I don't know, should I talk like a robot or should I just talk like a regular human being?
I don't know. I didn't envision a voice. I
Okay.
appreciate the commitment. There's quite a bit of dialogue, though. I don't know if you want to commit to it.
Okay,
Just
I'll read through it a little bit more quickly just to get through it. Okay,
yeah.
I've developed a Kit Twin prototype for you to experiment with. All of the Kit Twins in this course have an accompanying cat statue that you can use to activate them, okay? There are actually about 8 Kit Twins, so really there are more like Kit Octoplets, but whatever. I've made them in kind of a rush. I don't really think this out very much. That's fine. Use the action button to activate the statue. Once your Kit Twin is activated, your brains will become joined together. This means that every action you make will be mirrored exactly by your Kit Twin. The way forward is blocked by stone pillars. The only way through is to use your Kit Twins. If you notice, to the right of the Kit Twins is the campfire. Use the Kit Twins to activate the fire, and the pillar will drop. Alright? Once the fire is activated, the Kit Twins' purpose in life is kind of over. They will just sort of freeze up and you can't use them anymore. But no worries, there are plenty more where that came from. Good luck, have fun. See you up ahead, Kin 10. Okay. So what was your development process like for the game?
Basically, I had a character controller from another game that I used as a starting point, and I basically just got some art assets going. Then I duplicated the player controller, and then kind of manipulated that for the Kit Twins. And then basically it was just level design. The only deaths are spikes, and then there's some enemies coming up. And a lot of people have said the spike hitboxes are a little unforgiving, which I agree with, but it was too late to change.
So are they taller than I'm probably going to expect?
Yeah, I think they're not taller than the actual spike, but they actually go out a little to the left and right.
Okay, a little wider.
It's not game break. Like, you can definitely get through all
Okay,
of them,
but I'll play it safe. I do appreciate the heads up.
Yeah.
Good job. Nailed the first obstacle, kind of a softball. Moving forward with spikes that, okay, kill you, won't be penalized. Okay, cast statues, activate your Kit Twin, double as checkpoints. Excellent. Each death will be returned to your most recent activated checkpoint. That's great. I've played a few games in the jam already, as anyone who was watching yesterday will attest to, where there weren't checkpoints, and well, let's just say there's a highlight of me failing a jump after about 5 minutes of trying, where I bash my knee against the underside of my desk.
Yeah, I think nobody would finish the game without a checkpoint, but hopefully that makes it more enjoyable.
Yeah, it's not evident in my most recent jam project, but in the last 3 games, I've also made platformers, and they are just lousy with checkpoints because I believe that, you know, that's just the way to do it. Why make people repeat content?
Yeah, I get that. I actually had a game-breaking bug because of the checkpoints right at the 9th hour, but I was able to fix it.
Oh boy.
Thank goodness.
Oh, okay, so that's I see. So when you say that they're a little out to the left and the right, then that one that's on its side is also like out a little bit above what I might expect.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, no problem. The fact that I am able to restart right here, um, no significant loss. So cool. I'm glad. Like the fact that you're saying this is the first game that you finished, but have you like worked on a lot of others?
Yeah, I've probably got 10 unfinished projects, and I've got one much bigger project I'm working on that I've been working on for about 5 months. But this is the first time I've ever actually launched something.
Okay, nice.
I'm pretty stoked. Yeah, I think I might actually do a few more smaller things just to get them out before going back to that larger project. I think I made a mistake by going for a larger project out the gate.
I mean, I guess what I can say is in my own personal experience with game development, I would sort of advocate having like, the one large project that you're kind of like chipping into constantly. And then it's also nice to have a small project that you can just sort of dip into whenever you're not feeling particularly inspired to work on the large project. Like use your natural instinct to procrastinate to your advantage. Like procrastinating on the large project can still help you make progress on the smaller project. And that could be a game jam thing. It could just be like a small side project that you're releasing for free while you're otherwise working on a paid endeavor. Yeah, it's not necessarily going to work for everyone, but it's something that I find works for some people. And I just thought I'd throw it out there.
I'd say that's solid advice. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I probably will go that route.
I
Not
guess
abandon it, but
yeah, definitely don't feel like you need to abandon it, but also just never feel bad about taking time away to work on what you feel passionate about. And if that's a smaller jam project, or if it's just something that you work on for a matter of like a couple weeks and then throw it out there, then yeah.
okay, awesome.
So okay, the next question that I had up here was: is there a particularly clever hack or shortcut that you needed to use to finish the project on time?
So the music, I made the music, but I did not make the music for this game. So that was already done. And using free art assets. The only asset that's mine is that little overhead indicator for the button presses. And I manipulated some of the assets, like the campfire. I got rid of the fire to leave just the base, but yeah, I guess those are probably my two biggest shortcuts.
Well, I got to say that you're right on the money in terms of having this little indicator. Like I would always advise people, it's never enough to just have a bit of text somewhere that says, oh, X is the interact button, and then that's it. Like, yeah, putting this indicator flashing above here to constantly remind me, like, oh, that's the button. It really helps. So great bit of.
I'm glad I took the time to do it. Thank you.
Yes,
that's awesome.
yes, definitely worthwhile, and I would recommend anyone watching to do something similar. All right, so moving along, was there anything you needed to cut or change in order to finish the game on time?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to have sound effects for at least the cat deaths and the pillar drops. And I planned on coming back through and filling out all the tile palettes. Like, obviously, those are very bare bones and kind of look janky in a lot of spots, but I just ran out of time. And stage decorations, those look jank too, but that was overall, most of the I wanted it to be small. I kept it small so I could finish it. But
yeah, absolutely. It's better to have a small polish that you need to add a little bit of a small game that you need to add a little bit of polish to, rather than a game that you just didn't get to submit. So, I think you prioritize well.
Awesome.
Oh, and Ionix, thank you for the follow. Here we go. So, I guess we'll move on to my last question then, which is: do you have any plans for the game going forward?
I don't know. Yeah, there's a bug coming up that I want to fix. I'll warn you about it when you get to it. And I might, put some sound effects in and flesh out the tile palette. But I think other than that, I'm not going to do much more with it.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to add any more obstacles. But what? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just going to say, I don't think you need to add any more obstacles, but definitely reduce the collision volume on these spikes.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, so I use the tile palette for that too, and I just use the what do you call the collider that just goes on the composite collider?
Yeah,
so I don't even know how to adjust that on individual tiles. I'm sure it's possible, but I'll have to go.
If you I believe you can add game objects directly to the tile map via, it might be like an extension, like a game object brush or something. But you wouldn't be able to use a composite collider in that case. Or if you reduce the physics shape of the spike. I think that if you use the sprite editor and you specify a reduced physics shape, it's been a while since I've used the tile map in Unity, so I believe there's a way to do it. If you can't adjust the physics shape directly, then I'm sure that you can, at the very least, replace them with game objects that have the correct volume. There we go. Finally got over that spike. It's killed me so many times. Whoop. All right. Excellent. So, about how much more of the game do I have ahead of me here?
There's 8 of those. I think you're on the 4th one. Is this the one where you get the... Yeah, this is... So you're at the exact halfway point.
Okay. Well, I'll play the game a little bit further, but there are an overwhelming number of games coming in, so I gotta keep.
I totally
moving.
Understand. I appreciate you taking your time. I totally
Absolutely.
Get it. Yeah.
Only option is to avoid them. So I think I'll clear this next one. And in the meantime, is there anything else that you want to say? Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
No, shout out to you. Thanks for playing my game. That's about it. I did this one solo on this project. Actually, no. My buddy did the only art that my buddy did from our other game is those jellies. So yeah, shout out to Connor.
All right, sounds good. Well, I do hope that if you've got any other projects that you'd like me to take a look at in the future, then please do send them my way. And yeah, I'd be more than happy to take a look at them, especially Sorry?
The strat there is if you just stay on the ground, don't do any jumping, let them both line up, and then it's easier to jump. Just like run against it. But yeah, sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, that does help so much.
Yeah.
All right. And can I jump on the jellies, by the way, or are they just lethal no matter what?
No, yeah, it even says in the text. I know you had to go through it, but yeah, the option is to avoid them.
Right. No, I did read that. I just I'm reading and trying to talk and trying to stream it.
Yeah, I get it. We got a lot you're keeping up with right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to participate in the call and participate in the stream. And once again, I'm going to drop the link to the game in chat so that everyone can give it a try. And make sure to bookmark this, as I should have been doing with some of the other games that I've been playing recently. Let's get that. Okay, here we go. Whale Eater. This is the other one. I think I missed the opportunity to bookmark it. But yes, I'm going to be rating everyone's games off stream. You might not see it right away because I'm kind of trying to strike while the iron's hot here and just play through everyone's games they want sent in. But yeah, Murphy, thanks again for being on the call, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All
Have
right.
a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.